I just finished my second program through the Alive app by Whitney Simmons, so I want to give you my thoughts on it. I got into weightlifting this past summer, just kind of freely learning about it, and then this January, beginning of the year, I really wanted to start and commit to a program. There are so many out there. I Googled a couple, but a friend who actually also has a YouTube channel, Trinae, which I'll link it, she recommended the Alive app by Whitney Simmons, and she like raved about it. She said she's tried so many other programs, so I really just took her word for it and ran with it. I do want to say, I know Whitney Simmons has been big in the fitness industry, social media, online for a while, but I actually like don't follow her, so this is kind of an impartial review just about the Alive app, not necessarily biased by Whitney Simmons. I'm sure she's amazing. I just don't have any previous like fan relationship with her. So I'm trying my best for it to be unbiased due to this technically being like an influencer product. So her app, it is called Alive. I downloaded it right to my iPhone, and you do get a free 7-day trial, which is awesome. Typically all programs you really get like some sort of free trial. I know the Gains by Brains ones has a 2-week trial, which is awesome, but at least you do get a full week free on the Alive app. From there, you can either pay $14.99 per month, which I do. After tax, it costs me personally $15.81, or you can go the annual route and pay $119.99 plus tax per year. So there are a ton of different programs on the Alive app. There's programs with Whitney Simmons, there's programs with Libby Christensen, and there's programs with Felicia Keithley. I think I'm saying that right. I am unfamiliar with her, but she does a line of pregnancy programs, which is really awesome. So there are various different levels starting from beginner all the way to advanced. There's also different types. So regular weightlifting, there's also at-home workouts, like I mentioned, workouts for expecting mothers. There's HIIT workouts. There are also challenges through the app, which are really cool. For example, there's one called Begin Again at Home, kind of like a 30-day reset challenge, getting back into the groove of things. Exercise, but also focusing on overall well-being, stuff like that. I have personally completed the Legs Get It program, the beginner level and the intermediate level. I personally really like doing a program that has muscle group splits on each days. Some programs you can find full body workouts as well. Just to briefly walk through the app, you open it up and right away it'll have the program that you're currently on at the top. I'm not on a program, so this is just one that pops up for me. Next, I do plan to do Legs Get It, the advanced version, since I have completed beginner and intermediate. Then we scroll down, there are some challenges. So the Begin Again at Home, Refresh, Reset, Alive and Thrive. There are so many different ones that you can choose from. It's kind of fun to try a little challenge, something to hold yourself accountable. If you're not ready to jump fully into a program, just like a little reset, I think is a really cool feature. And I don't know if other apps or programs necessarily have something like this. You can just select individual workouts. So there are warm-ups, cool downs, abs, at home, HIIT, Alive Inside, which has different workouts for 4 weeks total, legs, pull, push, upper. So you can select individual workouts if you want. The next tab over is the journal. I actually don't use this feature, but I do think it's a really cool thing to have. You can go ahead and just add a daily entry, type whatever's on your mind. Could be a cool thing to do to like wake up with, journal, and then take your app right to the gym and go work out. Or you can do a gratitude thing, which is awesome as well. Maybe add 5 different things you're grateful for, start the day on a good note. Next, we have Journey, the Journey tab. Right now, it tells me my total active minutes through the app, how many workouts, the average time duration, which this all looks very appropriate to me. 47 minutes seems like my average. The history, so obviously I just completed my second Legs Get It program. It was 6 weeks long and 6 full days of exercise. So there's that. I actually don't track my weight, but if you like to, this is something to tuck away in there. And it's nice that you open it and it's not like right at the forefront, so you're not like staring at it every single day. Of course, you can do progress photos. I like that it will track things for you. I just don't take advantage, and that's just personal preference. Although I am a fan of progress photos, so maybe I should start. Then you do get achievements along the way. So here are some I've completed. Then of course you have your profile, so your account information. That is the overview of the full app, but I do think it's also important I should show you a walkthrough of a workout, for example. So let's do that. So I'll click on the Legs Get It program. I technically have completed this. If I scroll down, I'm gonna hit restart. Yes, restart program. And then it will allow me to customize it. So like I said, I've done beginner, I've done intermediate. I'm gonna go ahead and set up advanced because that's what I'm doing next and starting tomorrow. And I do select 5 days a week. Don't think you have to work out 5 days a week though. 4 days is amazing. Like 4 days is good. 4 days is a lot. Even 2 days of strength training a week can get you probably further than you think it can. Of course, with proper nutrition, sleep, etc. So we're gonna select 5, let's go. And here's the layout. So Legs Get It, advanced, it is a 6-week program. And here's the breakdown. Day 1, glutes and hamstrings. 2, shoulders, chest, and tris. 3 is a rest day. Personally, I do cardio on Wednesdays because of this. 4, glutes and quads. 5, back and biceps. 6, glutes. 7 rest day. I will do like a full rest day on day 7. And so it'll say how many workouts, days, minutes completed, the program schedule, a full layout of what each week looks like, because some exercises will change a little bit depending on the week. Program details. So again, strength training, the skill level, days, number of workouts, and workout length, your weekly schedule. And it will show you all the equipment you need, which is really nice. I do work out at my apartment gym and I can make do, which is really awesome. Of course, it's not a full gym. It doesn't have everything, but it works for me, which is awesome. And a little bit of an about. So if we go ahead and click week 1, day 1, I'm gonna walk you through kind of what it looks like when you do start the workout. So legs get it, week 1, day 1, 45 minutes. First day is glutes and hamstrings, and it's based on time and reps. It'll say the target muscle groups. So for today, glutes, quads, and hamstrings. And if you click on the arrow, it shows you the pictures, which is really nice. I feel like this is nice just to focus on when you are using the weights to make sure you're having the proper like mind to muscle connection, you're doing things right, you're feeling it in the right areas, hopefully not injuring yourself if you're feeling it in the right areas. And then equipment, of course. So barbell, bench, cables, and dumbbells, which I have, which is amazing. Each program does have a warm up and a cool down, which I think is awesome. You can turn these on and off if you don't want them, but I always fully take advantage. And of course, there's settings for sound, stuff like that. I do like to have the timer go off, which you'll see how that works, but it kind of like lets you know, hey, your next thing starting, whatever. I guess I don't have prevent screen from sleeping on, and I would like to turn that on so that if you're doing a rep, the screen doesn't turn off from inactivity. I didn't even realize that was a setting, so we'll turn that on. Warm up, include glute activation. I have that selected because I would like that. And cool down, perfect. So then it'll show the overview if we just scroll. So it has each exercise for the warm up, tells me the total of time, 6 minutes. Then it goes into the exercises. You can reorder these if you need. So if you click on it, you can literally like take it and move it wherever you think it fits best, if that is something you would prefer to do. I'm just gonna cancel it because I didn't make any changes. And then scrolling down, it'll show you each thing. Then we get to the cool down, of course, and that's it. So that's the overview, but then once you start the workout, it actually walks you through each thing, which I love and I think is the best part about following a workout program that comes with an app. For example, there is a program I really wanna try out, and it's one from Mind Pump, but they don't have an app, and that's kind of like a main reason I haven't really been actually considering purchasing it, because I'm like, I just don't want to follow like a PDF or something written out. I really want an app. Like, I just love that this is an app and it will walk me through everything step by step, constantly showing me stuff. And I'm sure other programs out there without apps can be really great, of course. I'll try one eventually, but the magic is in the app. This app is truly amazing. It's so user-friendly, so easy, and I truly think it has everything you need. All right, let's start the workout. So right away, obviously it has me starting at the warm-ups. It always has a video playing of what it looks like, and then it'll have the title, the timer, of course. If you hit the down arrow, it'll keep that activity going, but you can see the overview if you want, and then if I'll click on it, it'll come back up without like changing the time, messing anything up. If you click the button up here, you can enter in pounds and reps so that you can track. Of course, this is the warm up, so it doesn't make sense to do that, but you can also skip to the next thing. Skip to the next thing. You can pause it if you need for whatever reason. It'll also, if you scroll down the additional info, it'll tell you again, the target muscle groups. And if you click the arrow, you get the images. So you always have access to these things, which is nice. And when you scroll down, it'll give you alternatives, which this, we're still in the warm up, so it's like, you know, whatever. But this is extra good if you don't have equipment, or if, you know, someone's using the equipment, you can't wait till they're done, if you really need a way around it. I love, love, love that there's exercise alternatives. That makes the world of a difference. Go to the next thing, it'll have your timed rest, which is really awesome. You can speed it up or slow it down if you need more time, whatever. For example, if I go through this, great. And then if I'm not ready and the next exercise just starts, it's not a big deal, right? So the timer will go off, it'll start my exercise, but if I am like still taking a second to set up and I like jump into it in like a minute, it's not a big deal, right? It's not like this will time out and go away or anything. So it'll be on the, for example, barbell hip thrust exercise. I'll keep doing it. And then once I'm done, I'll go to the app and I'll hit next. My rest will start. Super great. I'll chill, do the rest, get ready for the next one, and then it will automatically start. Perfect. Go to the next one. So your rest has a countdown, but when you're doing the exercise, it doesn't like skip to the next workout or something if you've been on it too long, whether it takes you 30 seconds, whether it takes you 30 minutes. I know those are two exaggerations, but you let the app know when you're done with the exercise, which is nice. Again, scrolling down, you can see what are some alternative exercises. And this, for example, has a lot, which is nice. I feel like each one typically has at least 2 options. This one, for example, though, has 5, which is really awesome. And it'll show you always what is up next. So of course, since we're technically doing an exercise right now, well, next will be the rest. So we'll go to the rest, next rep, go to the rest, next rep, go to the rest, and the rest between switching exercises is typically longer, which is nice, gives you more time to breathe and transition, but also gives you time to like clean up, reset up, etc. It'll always tell you how many reps you're doing too, which is nice. So that's really just how this works out. We're just gonna kind of speed through it. And I do really like how each video has different angles. So for example, this glute medius kickback, you can see it from different angles, and I'm not doing anything to make it switch. The video just plays and you can see like different angles of her doing it. I really love to always have a reference, and I literally just have to look down. It's not like I have to click anything to play a video. It's just there, which is super nice. So we keep going through and we're at the cool down. Here we go. Just like the warm up, we do each thing for 30 seconds, switch it, and that's really it. Then we get to the end and it'll say end workout. You can either complete it or you can quit it or dismiss. If you like accidentally clicked it, of course, it'll go back to the workout. But I'm gonna quit this because I obviously didn't actually complete it, and I don't want to say completed and then tomorrow it will like think I already did that workout when I didn't do it. Like that was just an example for this video, right? So that was a walkthrough of a workout. Although you can reorder things in the app, what I like to do personally, say I need to use the cable machine and it's in use, I'll just use the arrow button and go to my next exercise. I'll do that and then I'll just kind of backtrack. Once the cable machine is open, I'll just like go to the overview and I'll click the exercise, you know? Once you kind of have clicked through it, it doesn't not allow you to go back to it, for example. So if I have to personally just reorder due to things being busy and I don't necessarily know that ahead of time, sometimes I don't even go into the app and specifically reorder it. I'll just kind of click to where I need to be and then go back, and at the end of the day, just make sure I complete all the exercises. While you're using the app, although I do have the sound on and the timer countdown and stuff, because the app is playing, it doesn't interfere with other noise. So like whether I'm listening to music or a podcast, or even if I were to be scrolling on TikTok, like that sound will still work and the timer from the app will still work. So there's no interference with the noise, which is really nice. Of course, you can turn the noise completely off if you don't want it on. But I really just think the app is so user-friendly, and there's nothing that I think about it and I'm like, oh, I really wish it had this, and it doesn't have it, you know? Because it has the warm-ups and the cooldowns. It has video demonstrations, words and pictures of what should be working it. You know, maybe you have some questions in something and you need to look those up. Of course, the app's not gonna be like, you know, I guess maybe something it could have is like troubleshooting. Maybe there's like very common areas that people mess up on exercise. I guess that could be something, but I feel like most programs don't often have that anyway. I really feel like using an app is so beneficial, especially one that's so user-friendly and offers a lot, because I take it with me to the gym and I'm following something so I don't feel lost. I don't have to make any decisions while I'm in there. All I have to do is follow something and focus. It also almost gives me a sense of like safety and security because I'm following a specific program and, you know, someone else created this. I don't feel kind of like almost dumb in the gym. Nobody's ever actually watching you, right? Like everyone's always concerned about themselves. They're not concerned about you, but it extra helps because I don't feel like I'm doing something weird that others are gonna be like, oh, like why, like that's a weird exercise, you know? Even though I know at the end of the day it doesn't matter and they're not looking at me, but it's just nice to know that I'm following this created by someone else, and I'm sure a team of many people, and they're all just like proper great exercises. You know, it just helps me have confidence, which is really nice. And if I'm ever confused about something, not only do I have resources in the app, but I'll just take a minute to look it up. Like I'm not ashamed of that. It also, in my opinion, helps a ton with consistency. It's so nice that like, not only will the app send me a reminder every morning, like, hey, today you're doing this or whatever. That's really nice, but also just knowing like, okay, Monday I'm doing these muscles, Tuesday I'm doing these muscles, Wednesday's a rest. And I get to like check it off each day. I get to go through a whole thing, complete the workout. Like it's just nice to see your progress. And I feel like it really gives me a lot of ease and it takes pressure and like difficulty out of my hands and off my shoulders, and it's just like me and the app. Like we're just working out together, like doing our thing, and it's just nice. At the same time, I do kind of get to go at my own pace. So it does make sure I'm resting long enough, which if you don't have a timer, I feel like it's easy to either rest definitely not long enough or just way too long and start procrastinating. But it's not like it rushes you through the actual exercise. You know, you can take your time for how long the reps and the weights actually take you and just go through it as you need. I feel like it's really helped me build such a positive relationship with the gym, and I just like that it's a good outline and you can make it into what you want, right? So whether you go into the gym with pre-workout and really crazy music and you follow this app and it gets you hyped, or my approach is like I listen to a podcast and I like to take things slow and controlled. So just the app like there, but not rushing me. It's just a good environment and it's all what you make it. And I really do think it's a great tool. And personally, I think it's a pretty good price point. I don't know, I feel like 15 bucks a month is really not that bad. I guess for me personally, it does help that I don't pay for a gym membership since I use my apartment gym. I just pay rent here and I get that. So I guess if you're paying for a gym membership on top of it, you know, you have to factor that in and think, okay, gym membership plus this workout program, what's the price point? How do I feel about it? However, I do think it's really important to follow a program, especially if you're someone like me who just like doesn't really know what they're doing that much. You know, like I do think it really helps, and it's just nice to have someone guide you through it. And I feel like a program is more likely to help you get results. Speaking of results, if you want to see where I was in January and where I am today, I will insert before and afters. For a little bit of context, if you're new here, I moved from Wisconsin to Texas in January. So we had all the holidays, then I had all the moving, and then I didn't really start getting back into working out until mid to end of January. I started my first Alive program. So again, legs get it beginner, took a week off, did legs get it intermediate, and now I'm currently taking a week off, about to start advanced. So that's kind of the progress I've made from January up till now, which now it is May 5th, the day that I'm filming this, Sunday, May 5th. So just a few months. This is kind of like where I've gotten. Don't forget, like everyone's bodies are different, you know, nutrition, sleep, stress, etc. play a huge, huge part in your progress and stuff like that. But I do think I'm seeing great results, feeling great results so far with the Alive app. Also, your results don't come instant, right? You know, this is kind of my first like year I'm taking seriously weightlifting. I've been very consistent with these programs and these weeks, and I'm really excited to kind of see where I am at the end of a full year, but this is where I'm at after 2 programs. So I'm really happy with the progress I've made so far, and I'm just so happy to continue using this app and seeing more and more. If you keep up with the vlogs, I'm always talking about what I'm doing with my workouts, what program I'm in, etc. And after I finish Legs Get It Advanced, you know, subscribe to see what I do after that, whether I do another Alive app program that's something else, or maybe I will end up doing a whole different program by somebody else. So make sure you subscribe to follow along with that. I'm always tracking my progress, talking about these things, trying to help you out best I can. But that is really all my thoughts on the Alive app. I am here to update you really quick that the Alive app just posted on Instagram that they're having some sort of big update, like new and improved version of the app. The update has a lot of new and improved features about the exercise alternatives, swapping things out during your workout, before your workout. Definitely go check out the Alive Instagram page to see exactly what the update is, but I'm excited for it. I'm happy to answer any questions in the comments if you have any, and a huge thank you to Trinae for putting me on this because I love it so much. I'm the biggest advocate, and I think it's pretty unbiased since I'm not like necessarily a Whitney Simmons stan. No negative feelings towards her. I just simply like have not followed her and then purchased her app. You know, it's like kind of funny and maybe a little bit different of a perspective of a review, which I personally like. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you in my next one.